Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to a brand new episode of One Page RPGs. Today we are doing our very most favorite RPG, which we've always wanted to do and nobody's even considered doing it with us. But today, it was a tie, and dice rolls are tiebreakers, so Nice Marines got the roll. So, everybody introduce yourselves, and then we'll go on to explaining the game.
Hi. I'm an Nazi Skyrider playing Victor Enders. With a Y in the Victor.
How very edgy of you.
Thank you. It's my Space Marine name.
Seth, it's your turn.
I'm Seth Gatomia. I'm playing Tititus, however the fuck I'm gonna end up saying that.
Oh my god.
It's got a lot of U's and a lot of S's. I don't care.
Well, you haven't put it on your character sheet yet, so we're actually quite fascinated.
There we go.
Here.
I was still working on editing it.
Grammatudus Titusius. Okay, so you're you're obviously an ultramarine. Grammatus Titusius.
All I'm going to say is you're lucky.
That made it more of a Greek name. The Ultramarines are Greek inspired.
All I'm going to say is you guys are lucky I didn't add a bad Russian accent to this character.
Who's what is it? Raven Guard? Blood Ravens?
What about them?
Is that the Corvus Corax guys?
Raven Guard? Yeah.
Raven Guard? Raven Guard. Okay, yeah, obviously Victor Enders is a Raven Guard because he's so frickin' edgy.
Aren't the Blood Ravens that chapter from the one video game or something?
Yeah, well, their whole entire meme is that they're the Blood Magpies. They just steal everything from everybody else and use it for themselves.
That's the Blood Ravens.
They're actually one of our favorite chapters after the Salamanders.
They're likely not even a Raven Guard successor chapter, despite the Raven in their name.
We think they're hilarious. And then Trikekus, it's your turn?
Oh yeah, I'm here too.
What are you playing today?
I don't know. I can't even figure this shit out.
Are you a Carcharodon?
Sure.
He's a space shark.
Yes, and right. I don't have a name yet. Wait, I'll be Biggest Dickus.
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent. As well.
So,
I guess
you are a space marine, an immortal giant genetically engineered to be the perfect instrument of war. You and your squad mates are oath-sworn protectors of the Astral Commonwealth and one another. The iconoclasts of the galaxy shiver in terror at the very mention of your name. However, support forces have not arrived following the recent liberation of Venice, leaving you in charge of a diplomatic envoy dedicated to rebuilding it after the conflict. You have no idea how to do this. However, you've got one solar week until your superiors arrive to inspect the city. Best get to it. Similar to The Witch is Dead. One moment. Sorry, we're gonna have to take this away from you. Similar to The Witch is Dead, we are going to be spacing out every day into 2 rounds, which are day and night. We'll get to it. So there are approaches and confidence. Realistically speaking, you are not skilled in any of these things. You don't know what you're doing, but you are sure that you can do things to different degrees. So there are many different approaches to fixing problems, being nice to civilians, building and repairing things, gathering information, holding parades, impressing civilians, lifting heavy objects, which you might actually be pretty good at, and protecting civilians, which you might potentially actually be pretty good at. What you don't understand, however, because you are an immortal, giant, genetically engineered killing machine, you have never been able to understand one element of civilian culture, and it fascinates and perplexes you. So, before we get to that, everybody, let's talk about our approaches.
Oh, before we get to that. Okay, never mind.
Sorry. Let's get to our...
I was rolling that up there.
Okay, let's get to our approaches. Everybody, what do you think you do well?
I think I think I've put mine in place, at least. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
really good at lifting heavy objects.
Hey, what do you know? I put that as mine too.
Did you save your alterations to the thing, or did you just exit the window? Oh, okay, here we go. Name Biggest Dickus. He is... He's...
I tried to pick stuff that would be appropriate for a Carcharodon.
He's cautious about being nice to civilians, but he's zealously confident about building and repairing things. He's practiced in gathering information, cautious about holding parades, very keen on impressing civilians. He's divinely ordained, or at least believe he is, in lifting heavy objects, and he's practiced in protecting civilians. Alright, what do we have for Grammaticus Titusius? The Ultramarine, presumably. We have... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, practice in being nice to civilians, cautious with building and repairing, cautious with gathering information, practice with holding parades, zealous with impressing civilians, divinely ordained for lifting heavy objects, and very keen at protecting civilians.
My god, we've got us a couple of strong folks here. Alright. What about Victor Enders, who is so edgy in his picture that he is sharper than a katana?
Wait, we have a member of the Edgelord Marines?
Go look at his picture. It is yeah.
He's a fucking Space Marine. I found out.
He's clearly a blood angel.
Wait,
I
Okay.
also love AI art jank, not gonna lie. Specifically because it looks fucking ridiculous. You look at the fucking gun!
Alright. So Victor Enders is zealous about being nice to civilians, cautious about building and repairing things, practiced with gathering information, very keen on holding parades, divinely ordained in impressing civilians, practiced at lifting heavy objects, and, of course, cautious about protecting civilians.
He is, of course, a very good warrior, so he believes his impressive feats are beyond compare.
So you have never been able to understand one element of civilian culture, and it fascinates and perplexes you. Choose one element from the list below, roll an additional d10, and pick the highest dice when you interact with that.
Mine is humor.
I rolled lying.
You just don't understand lying!
Why are you lying to me? I do not understand.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I don't understand art.
Wait, you're saying that people will embellish their stuff and not for the glory of the God Emperor, but just for fun? And not for
People do this for...
mechanical advantage in war? That doesn't make any sense.
People decorate things for enjoyment? No, I thought we decorated things for glory!
No, they must be doing it to appease the machine spirits.
Yes, clearly. Obviously. What was
This
I
is
thinking?
amazing.
I just don't understand humor. Why would you joke? Why would you joke about death and dying when you could actually kill things with your own hands?
So you guys, being immortal, giant, genetically engineered space marines to be perfect instruments of war, you automatically succeed at all combat actions. You wear inch-thick powered armor, carry a machine gun so big a normal person cannot lift it, and own a sword with a chainsaw blade that can cut through a grav car. Choose one piece of equipment that you bring everywhere you go.
I have a Syax.
I have a grapple cannon. If I can't grapple the building over you, I will grapple your face clean off.
I'm really sad that I didn't have the option of having those claws that they use, because that's the Carcharodon's favorite weapon.
Yeah.
They want to shred people alive. So I took the Syax.
What about you, Grammatitus? Brother Grammatitus?
Laser shotgun.
Laser shotgun. Excellent. A fine choice. Non-combat actions are difficult and confusing. You can crush a man's skull without thinking you're heavy enough to damage buildings by entering them, and you haven't spoken to a civilian in centuries. When you attempt to resolve a situation without resorting to combat, roll the dice associated with the relevant approach and consult the chart below. 1 is a terrible failure, 2 to 4 is mostly failure, some success, 5 to 6 is success, 7 to 10 is success with minor collateral damage, 11 to 19 is success with dire collateral damage, and a natural 20 is success with catastrophic collateral. Minor collateral includes civilians being upset or injured and items being damaged. Dire collateral includes civilians dying, priceless items being destroyed, and catastrophic collateral includes buildings being destroyed, dozens of civilians dead, civil wars potentially declared. and we are working for certain things. So, oh yes.
My favorite thing about the way that this table works is that success, just success, no collateral, no failure, is a 5 to 6 on a table that goes all the way up to a D20. So the more confident you are, the more likely you are to succeed, but the more likely you are to ruin everyone else's lives around you in the process.
Yup.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. So
Hey, that just sounds like the story of my life.
So there are, of course, 2 factions vying for dominance. Are we supposed to do this secretly?
Guys, we forgot our favorite thing about war.
Where's that?
It's under your character name.
Ah. What is your favorite thing about war?
The taste of blood in my mouth.
We don't actually believe that we have that.
What do you mean? It's right there on the character sheet.
Where?
What, the character sheet? What are you talking about?
I'm thinking he's making this up.
One-page RPG, guys. How can you not find it?
Okay, whatever. Not important.
He's fucking with us. He's gaslighting us.
Guys, it's literally right there on the sheet underneath character name in the section of what don't you understand.
We don't have that on the screen, bro.
You don't have the character sheet?
No.
Here, I'll send it to you. VC chat.
We do not have that.
He's got a different version of the sheet.
You have a different format of the sheet.
We're looking at the one in Roll20.
Are you looking at the one that we have in Roll20 as the main map?
As I told you when we started, there is no pictures of anything in here.
I don't know what that means.
Have you tried zooming out?
Oh, no, I haven't done that.
Oh my god.
That is not the full character sheet.
That would have been great to know, buddy.
That is not the full character sheet.
We are glad to have cleared up that misconception, because that's what we have been working with.
Although it has everything except what your favorite thing about war. What?
Yup. No, that's what we were reading through on screen. Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna upload the full character sheet into the VC chat.
Okay. So what is your favorite thing about war, since it's literally the only difference?
Here, if you guys want to see what I'm seeing, that might explain. It's a little weird.
Yeesh.
That is admittedly different.
It is legitimately laid out a little bit differently.
Fair enough.
But
so what is your favorite thing about war?
Oh, it's the taste of blood on my teeth.
Seth? sorry, Grammatitus? We're just gonna call you Titus, okay? Biggest Teethus.
Biggest Teethus.
Because you're a space shark.
And
it should be Grois Teethus.
Titusius.
No, because the orcs call him Teefers.
Fair.
That last name is Titusius.
Alright. So, Victor Enders, what is your favorite thing about war?
One of those things that, came out of nowhere, so, got all the Space Marines all jumbled up.
What's your favorite thing about war, Victor?
It is the rhythmic drum beating of gunfire.
Oh, damn, that's good.
Titusius, what was yours again?
The crush of metal under my feet.
Nice. Now we're talking. Okay, so now there are two factions vying for supremacy. Trikeka, should we tell this to you guys?
No, yeah, probably.
Okay.
It doesn't say it's a secret, so...
It doesn't say it's a secret, so yeah. Alright. So, there are two factions vying for supremacy. We shall roll them.
No. I mean, yes.
A devastatingly posh... One more. Two factions vying for supremacy.
Why?
One, a devastatingly posh...
Why can't they put the damn character sheet
House
on
of
the...
Psychic Nobles. Oh my goodness, that just works too well.
Oh my god.
Oh god, it's navigators.
Is this
Those, that would be that, yeah.
Is this like that psychic British guy from that one Superman movie?
And then an incredibly pious.
Oh boy.
Yeah, here we go, yeah. An incredibly pious astral hyperchurch. Oddly fitting, actually. So, devastatingly posh House of Psychic Nobles are vying for supremacy against an incredibly pious astral hyperchurch. And conflict centers around...
Roll twice.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
If you're feeling brave.
How brave are you feeling, Shy?
Should we roll it publicly? This one kind of does feel like one that we should keep to ourselves.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Where's our D12, baby? One moment. Alright. So now we will... you guys can't see the Nicest of Marines document, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
I probably can because GM mode, but I'll just not open it.
Oh, you mean in... Okay, never mind. I thought you meant the sheet.
Alright, so... let's just...
Oh, you're writing. Can I just say, it is so nice that I finally get to be home while it's raining instead of at work, because when I'm at work, the only thing that I get to hear is shitty pop music with the same 4 words repeated 17 times masquerading as chorus.
Whoa, they haven't started up the Christmas track yet?
No, they have that. They're just not all of them are the Christmas music. So sometimes I get to hear.
Wait, are you
some
saying that
very-
Mariah Carey hasn't completely overtaken your area of the world yet? How do you keep her back?
I gave you my heart.
The boy band? It's Mariah Carey, because all she wants for Christmas is to be on everybody's radio everywhere.
Listen,
God.
my 2 front teeth.
We believe that's birthday.
What's funny is in my store we don't have any Christmas music at all, which is actually kind of shocking because it's just like a lot of places went to Christmas as soon as possible. No, not my place.
Christmas.
How did you do
Apparently
it?
not play Christmas music for 3 days straight.
What defense mechanisms and methods do you use to stave off Mariah Carey after she thaws out for the winter break?
I have no clue. Maybe I'm exuding enough of a negative aura that they're not doing Christmas music.
But all she
Spending
wants for Christmas is
$14 a
you.
pound for a slab of cut meat will tend to keep most people away.
That's fair. All right. So you guys have just liberated the planet of Venice for the Astral Commonwealth, and you know that presently there is some serious conflict with the free people of Venice, and that serious conflict involves... Oh shit. Did we just fucking fuck up? We think we did. We did.
Uh-oh.
A devastatingly posh House of Psychic Nobles, and we're an idiot.
The other one was incredibly pious House of Hyper Church.
Astral Hyper Church.
Is it space Catholicism?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Or is it Zen Sunni?
Is it Mormons?
No,
Do we have to do it for Mormons?
different emperor. More like space Catholicism.
Do you think
Catholic Bible?
Do you think they'll be so stunned and not know what to do if we go over to the Space Mormons church and knock on their door? I think they might be too stunned to react.
Maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd be more stunned by the fact that there are 3 giant space marines at their door, not so much that someone knocked on it.
Honestly, they're probably expecting us at this point.
Yeah, you did kind of
Nobody
say them.
expects the Marine Inquisition.
Dude,
You're not the
we
Inquisition.
orbitally bombarded 3 cities to get down here.
At
Yeah,
this
it's
point, thermonuclear detonations are just how we say hello.
10 billion of them just to land our forces in their capitals. Dude.
But it was a liberation.
They know we're coming. No,
It was a liberation, though.
well, yeah, I mean, they were obviously, like, I don't fucking
Bad
know.
guys, heretics,
Yeah,
and
heretics, don't
things.
attack.
Clearly.
So, the glorious environmental paradise of Venice, with large, sweeping fields, rolling hills, and many good animals, slated perhaps even eventually to be an agri-world for the Astral Commonwealth, and the iconoclast have recently been driven out, and so now you 3 have arrived, and unfortunately support forces will not arrive for 1 solar week. Unfortunately, there is a conflict going between the devastatingly posh House of Psychic Nobles, the Vinor, and the incredibly pious Astral Hyper Church dedicated to the enshrined skeleton. So, now you know. You can see there's problems around you, but you don't know quite what's wrong here. So, we guess you guys are just gonna have to, use your brain mates and figure it out.
Oh,
It is the first day.
part of the job description, guys.
We were made for war, not for this.
Day 1 comes on.
Politics is just war on the home front.
If there are problems, we will simply go and kill them.
We're troubleshooters, really. We find trouble and we shoot it.
Excellent. Excellent. So what are your first day's actions?
Well, I believe I need
Okay.
to
Biggest
make my
Tethys.
presence known to both factions.
Okay, alright.
But so as not to make the appearance of favoritism, I will summon their representatives to me at the same time.
Oh my, how will you do this?
Well, I will tell them to send their representatives to me, or else.
Oh, what we mean, what's your approach?
I will
We suppose that would be an impressing civilians thing?
I will send a lower-ranking Space Marine under my command to relay this more than a request.
Is that an impressing civilians?
Obviously, this is a parade, Shy.
It feels like a parade, actually. This feels
a parade
like
to
a
their
parade.
Don't forget, you're not supposed to make us roll for every little thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're not little animals. You're immortal, giant, genetically
I want
engineered,
to
perfect
save
killing
my one
machines.
roll for the day for when I actually meet the people.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. Your dude comes over and he drags back the important guys, and puts them before you. What?
Bring the heads of them before us.
But not their actual heads. We kind of need them attached. I think they can't survive without their heads attached.
Bring
This
the head
time
of
we
the
are not
church
doing
and the
decapitation.
head of the nobles with their bodies still attached.
Oh, okay.
They need to remain alive at least until I talk to them. We talk to them. I would bring the other guys who are presumably the heads of the other chapters who attacked the planet with me, which is you guys, right?
Yes.
We should do it as like a council event or something, I suppose.
Yeah, we can work.
A team effort.
We should work together. We are, after all, a loyal
We
squad.
are a well-oiled fighting machine, so we should form a tribunal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's actually the right word because there's 3 of us.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor, of course.
You've just got some random priest in the background or whatever being your hype man over here.
I'm sorry, didn't it say the Astral Commonwealth somewhere?
Yes. Your protector, your oath sworn.
Of all dag kind.
Oh my god, thank you. Alright, so, yes, the heads of state and so on are brought before you. They look scared. They're very small.
I'm definitely thinking this is a good time for a parade, guys. To show off our might.
We will make sure. We will make the citizens aware of how much.
Of how safe they will be.
Just how much being under the Astral Commonwealth will make their lives better.
Guys, did you actually take a look at the picture for my character?
Yes.
No.
He is very
Remember
sharp.
that
Oh my god.
when aliens are coming into a room, that is what I look like.
Oh my god.
And I assure you, we're the good guys.
Do you have like the head of a spear for a thumb?
No,
It looks like it.
No. Yes.
You have a face, a smaller version of your face on your chest.
It's a purely decorative piece, he assures you.
Yeah, I don't get why
A
he's doing
civilian gave this to me just before they died, coincidentally.
Oh man. No, he hasn't talked to a civilian in like centuries.
That's right, it's a century old. He can't even remember the guy's face. It probably looks something like this face. Oh wait, that's my face.
Alright,
gave it
so
to
you're
himself.
Biggest Tethys, you are saying you wanna stage a parade?
well, I think it would show off the might and power of the Commonwealth in such a way that would quickly show how futile it is to resist our efforts.
Well, we'd say that is a big thing. You are holding a parade. Roll your holding parades. Roll.
They shark parades. How do I do that? Just roll a D.
1d6.
Wait, what is everybody's parade?
I have a D6.
No.
Like what?
We're all holding parades, right?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
It's a unified parade command, so we all roll it for our individual chapters, then?
No, because you are the one running the parade and arranging the parade, so everybody else is following your lead.
Right, I'm not saying that I'm the one who necessarily arranges it.
Well, that is the one who will be spending the action.
Objectively the coolest chapter, I definitely think that we should be front of the parade.
Which means that you would be leading and arranging the parade.
Unless these guys disagree.
Am I disagreeing on? I'm sorry.
Who is going to be leading and arranging the parade for today?
Who is the most confident in their parade ability?
I'm really cautious. I think that we need to be very cautious that the parade is not attacked by, rebel forces, too.
I have seen parades before I have imminently destroyed them. I am very keen at this.
Is there anything from Victor, or, from Titusius? Brother Titusius?
I'm practiced at parades, but apparently, Victor's got a little more experience with them.
Alright, Victor, are you going to be using your daily action for the parade, then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is everybody in agreement with us? He's very confident about it.
He's very confident. If he's very confident that he can arrange the parade, I definitely would defer to my battle brother.
Excellent.
I say there is no greater show of confidence than to have parades designated after our personal equipment. I will have a float that demonstrates the awesome might of a grappling weapon.
And jet flyovers. It'll be fucking amazing.
Exactly.
We'll have servitors marching in alignment, and then the giant mechs come through.
Titusius, you need to have a roaming practice range to show off the power of your laser shotgun.
Guys, just in an abundance of caution, should we maybe tell the civilians to get out of the route first?
I'm pretty sure they'll hear us.
They'll hear us coming, sure. Well,
they heard us coming when we came to save them, so... they all got out of the way, mostly, kinda, sorta.
I rolled a 2.
So, Victor Enders, you are sure... Victor Enders...
No failure, some success with it, too.
Starts a parade. Unfortunately, the parade route you set, Victor...
Goes right through it. Schoolyard,
actually involves going through a big garage to cut through a portion of the town. And as you do that, it absolutely brings the entire building down over and around the parade. But people know that you are powerful, as there were technically no injuries of the parade staff.
Excellent.
It was an abandoned garage.
How many civilians?
We went through the abandoned part of town. No one knew we were having a parade.
No civilian injuries or deaths at all.
I like how collateral only occurs with high successes.
Yeah. Oh.
That's great.
They heard the parade, but they did not see it.
Success is potentially more of a problem in this game than failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that catastrophic collateral is like, you succeeded at your parade, but detonated a nuclear weapon in the center of town just as the climax of the fireworks display, right?
Oh, you obviously
The
do.
fireworks are so bright that an entire population goes blind for a week.
Alright, Victor, you have staged a parade. It wasn't a huge success, but, people know you're there. They've heard about it,
So some laser shotgun shrapnel might have almost burned some people.
Yeah, that's fine, though. Nobody was using that garage anyway. Nobody got hurt,
No
so...
injuries unless we get collateral, apparently.
Exactly.
No, so...
It almost.
Biggest Tethys and Titusius, you guys still have an action for the day that you can carry out.
Oh God.
You wanted to talk to the representatives, so
Yeah, they're there in front of you.
we've paraded up to them at this point.
And now we should impress them with great feats of strength? Don't know. No.
Yeah, I mean, I could show that we can, uplift the people. I want to lift heavy objects.
Aren't both of you good at lifting heavy objects?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at least confident enough about impressing civilians, I suppose.
Okay, who's gonna do what?
I'll do the lifting. I'm gonna lift one of the parade floats.
Over your head?
Yep.
Okay. So this could go really wrong.
Yep, I'm gonna roll it.
This could go devastating. Dire collateral.
So as the parade arrives at town hall, Brother Tutusius leaps off of his float and lifts it up to show the people how powerful he and his battle brothers are. 17. In his heft, he unwittingly throws the parade float over the crowd into a nearby museum. Many objects are damaged. Some beyond repair.
Priceless cultural artifacts gone forever.
Everybody is very impressed. Everybody is very impressed. They understand how powerful you are. What, Brother Tethys, are you going to do?
I think when I see my battle brother committing such a grave collateral damage...
Oh no.
In that moment, I go to protect civilians.
Oh no! No!
Just gonna throw yourself in front of the parade float and just rules of nature slash it in half.
Roll it! Biggest Tethys in that moment goes to try to protect the civilian.
And starts running towards the crowd at full tilt, right?
Alright, Biggest Tethys, how good are you gonna do here? Roll. Biggest Tethys.
My god!
My god. Biggest Tethys, as the shrapnel from the damage goes flying towards some civilians, you grab a nearby grav car and throw it in front of them. The grav car is completely totaled, but the civilians are safe.
Great success! I don't care about property damage, guys.
Fair, yeah, I think we've already demonstrated that.
Vehicle and protecting the civilians. Excellent! On comes the knight. Knight 1. So you guys have staged a parade, impressed the people with your great
Honestly, I
lifting
think the
prowess,
parade
and
went off
protected
pretty
people
well,
from danger.
I think the parade went off pretty well. We probably earned a lot of goodwill amongst the people today.
Definitely. Oh yeah, says your nearby chaplain hype guy.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Well,
You really showed them how awesome it was. Yeah.
We conquered a planet, and then we saved some civilians, guys. Honestly, great success. Like, I think
Praise be the Emperor!
I think great feasting tonight.
Oh, great feasting. That would be being nice to civilians, wouldn't it?
I think
we should hold a grand feast.
traditional Carcharodon dishes of roasted Chaos Marine and right, some minor like Tyrannid giblets,
Some blood wine, even made from actual blood.
Indeed.
If I may interject, we might want to tone it down a little. I think maybe potentially, I did see a few corpses. Civilians might not be as sturdy as us, so maybe some minor Tyrannid meat.
Well, it's well cooked, dude.
Obviously.
Well, we can't cook it too tough, because then they can't eat it.
They
I guess it
are
would be
weak
more for us.
mortals with weak jaws, it's true.
Well, we only give them the juiciest, most tender bits. We saved the gristle for ourselves, right?
Builds character.
Builds character. Also, you should know that if we are Space Marines, we can eat dead creatures to gain their memories.
Of course. It goes without saying.
But that would probably have you roll and gather information somehow.
Absolutely, yes, 100%.
These factions vying for control.
Oh yeah.
Are they making any particular moves that we should, as it, be aware of?
Well, in order to find out, you probably would have to spend some time gathering information now, wouldn't you?
I am better at hosting a feast than I am that.
Being nice to civilians?
I am D12 good at that.
So you think...
Clearly, I am amazing at being nice to civilians because I spend all of my time defending them. I am clearly very good at this.
And impressing them.
I don't really need to gather that much information, though, because I can usually just apply weapon to problem.
Well, if your battle brothers agree that hosting a feast is the right idea, and you consider yourself the best at it.
I do consider hosting a feast our first night here to show our beneficence and our great wealth in conjunction with our earlier parade.
We have shown them our power. We must now show them our generosity.
Exactly.
There does happen to be a large herd of space cattle nearby, about 3,000 of them of good health and breed.
Oh.
Maybe you
cock shotgun. I can go out there and cook them and kill them.
I don't even need to go over there. I can bring them to me with my grapple cannon.
Centers. What were our conflict centers again?
Oh, you don't know. You haven't learned anything about the conflict yet.
Right, because we're just showing off still, indeed.
Right, yeah, obviously. It was a great first day, guys.
Maybe we should actually ask the leaders, what the problem is.
I will that at the feast.
That's why we gathered them to us.
And now you're setting up a feast, right?
And that would be a perfect time to schmooze them.
Obviously. So, as you set up a great and wonderful feast, Victor Enders, Brother Enders, you set up all of the best foods that you know of, all of the most delicious and wonderful things, and the
do we have gach?
You have gach, and you have blood wine, and you have that weird alcohol that actually gets you drunk.
Hi. Gach isn't lethargic, is it?
No, it's live and squirming.
Okay, great.
And that delicious alcohol that actually gets you drunk, which, must be great for the civilians. And all sorts of things. And, well, some people show up. They die. Apparently they're
they wouldn't die. They just get sick because it's no collateral damage.
You're right. Sorry. They ask for you to kill them as they're pooping their brains out.
No.
I pat them on the back. Don't worry. Happens to me all the time. You'll be fine.
Did you do anything with those space cattle?
Trust me, you don't need the Commonwealth's mercy yet.
You'll be strong enough after this.
You cooked with those space cattle, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you love the food. You think it's great. Most people don't come, except for the heads of state, because they're still being dragged around by Brother Tethys's agents.
Good.
Everywhere you go.
I want them to be well monitored.
Excellent.
And by that I literally mean assign a Space Marine guard to them at all times.
Yeah, that's what's been happening, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So unfortunately, not many people come to the extremely nice beef fest.
What?
It's a shame too, because there are thousands of space cattle worth of delicious meat over here, and they're all just missing out on it.
Yeah, all freshly cooked.
With lasers.
Yeah, with lasers, flash cooked.
All right.
It cooks the meat as you're killing it. It's very economical.
Great for on the battlefield.
One more. Brother Enders wants to get a feast going. You rolled 3. All right. So yeah, you've tried to make a feast, but nobody really came. Nobody seems to want to eat these delicious space cattle.
Okay.
Well, at least the leaders are still here. Maybe we can still get some information out of them.
I will attempt to gather information from them.
Biggest Tethys?
Yeah.
Brother Tethys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one moment. We'll just, Brother Tethys. Hold on.
Brother Tethys.
Yup. What are you...
The best way to gather information from these people is to tap into their sewer lines and eat their shit.
So,
canon for Space Marines, guys.
Gather information.
We got the leaders right here. I think that would be easier.
We can't trust
Oh,
them.
Jesus Christ.
This is beautiful.
One of these days, we will roll above a 3.
Unfortunately, you can't get any actual information
But
about
it is not on the first day, Anase.
I didn't hear
Oh
what you
my
said,
God.
sorry.
You said one of these days, but it is not the first day.
Unfortunately,
What
by
if it's not
swimming
this one?
through their sewers and eating their refuse, he cannot gain any useful information. But he does learn that the people are oddly fond of raw fish.
Okay.
So, we believe that leaves for the night, Brother Titusius. What do you do over the night?
Well, I guess I'll talk to the people then.
Oh, what do you want to
gather
know?
information.
What do you want to know?
What the troubles are? Like, why are you two fighting? We've already finished the fighting.
Well, the incredibly posh noble with a third eye that's presently closed goes, well, he's a dirty, stupid poo-poo head. And they're not, and they're parking their cars in wrong places. And the extremely pious, overzealous hyperchurch guy goes, I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one going around smuggling things all over the place.
So it's laws governing grav car parking and maintenance.
No, it's smuggling. The smuggling of good of space cattle of good health and breed.
Space cattle.
Why? Why are you smuggling the cattle?
Why are you smuggling the cattle, High Navigator Hayahudu? I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one who's having a problem with your cars all over the place.
Why do you have so many cars?
Why do you have so many cars? Cars are necessary for the God Emperor of Man's message. Specifically, having 16 of them in my personal driveway.
You don't need 16 cars, you are but one man!
God's messengers need those cars. The God Emperor himself.
The God Emperor's on a throne. He doesn't need a car. He's already got one.
We're the Space Commonwealth, guys.
Well, brother Tethys, you think he's telling the truth, though? Why would he be lying about a need for cars and transportation?
This is a good time for us to just serve them both a portion of space beef. Bring back the roast!
Bring out the conveniently sourced roast.
No, it's good, sir. I've eaten.
Really serve them up a portion by being nice to them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You know
it's brother Tatutius.
Yeah,
is
gonna bribe them with just a whole half of cow.
Okay, brother.
Those that we acquired for the war effort.
One moment, briefly. Tatutius wants to get on the leader's good side after briefly questioning them. Forcing the recently butchered space beef upon them. They, of course, refuse politely.
This is why you insist politely.
That's what I'm going to insist politely that they each have a half of beef.
Just cut personally a portion of beef using your chains axe or something.
Feed it to them if you must.
Pull out your fucking chainsaw and cut off a haunch of roast beef for each of us.
I'll cut it for you.
Yeah. Try to be nice to these civilians.
Oh no.
So nice.
Oh,
you're so
yeah. So obviously, you can see that they're unwilling to do this because their appetites are improper. But you can tell just by looking at them that if they don't eat, they're gonna waste away to nothing. So you obviously tie them down and force feed them space beef until they're so full that they throw up.
Reasonable to me. This seems reasonable. I can see us all collaborating. Here, I'll hold him down. You shove the beef in his mouth.
Eat, you must grow strong.
You must grow strong for the Emperor. I mean, Space Commonwealth. You must stay strong for the Commonwealth.
At some point, they're begging. They're begging. Why are you doing this?
Because you need meat on your bones. You don't need 16 cars to walk.
Nice! Accept our generosity! Stay at home. Why aren't you accepting our generosity?
Oh my goodness.
So
want to help you!
at the end of the night, you are all thoroughly in agreement that the leaders of these factions are, of course, completely full and well fed, and probably that'll make them less hangry, and that should take care of the problems. So, needing very little sleep as you are immortal, giant, genetically engineered, perfect killing machines, you go on out only to be attacked.
What?
You're attacked by a group of shadowy figures in the morning light.
Oh, I fucking brutally cut them down with my axe.
Okay, with your Syax, what do you do, Brother Titutius, to defend yourself against these paltry assailants?
Well, clearly they're shadowy, so, a laser would, pierce the shadow, so blast them with the laser shotgun.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Brother Enders, what do you do against these cronius sorts?
Well, with my grapple cannon, you see, all I have to do is grapple their face, and they will no longer have a face.
You can pull.
That's true.
No, it would pull their face to you.
Right, they would no longer have their face. I would possess their faces.
Their face, yeah.
Yeah,
Depending on how heavy they are, they might actually come with their face.
Yeah,
Rip it off manually.
You might bring the entire skull with them, but we love
the whole body
and eagles.
with them. Then what I have
are everywhere.
if the
Skulls and
whole
eagles.
thing comes with me, now what I have access to is a bludgeoning weapon, which I can use.
You created a portable skull transmission device.
Excellent.
Yes.
God Emperor protects. Okay.
The Emperor provides.
Hell yeah. Okay. So you take care of that bunch of rabble pretty quickly. But now you know that things are serious. There is violence in this town.
Can I eat
Perhaps
them?
you're
Can I eat them to figure out who sent them?
Absolutely, you can eat them to find out who sent them, but that one is a gather information.
Can I do that for my day's gather information?
Yes, 100%. Please do. One moment.
He just spends the entire day feasting on them, going, a touch of sewer, grass-fed. I think this was a farmer.
Oh, shit. Is that the first success with nothing going wrong?
Yes! Yes, it is! My god! Brother Tethys! You take a fair amount of time. It's a lot of bodies to go through, obviously. You need to savor each one, obviously.
This is what the Carcharodons are known for. We have extremely powerful omniphagus organs.
It's true. You have successfully realized that there are bodies of both the posh nobles and the church guys. You've also realized that the problem that they were having is that, well, as a matter of fact, nobody was smuggling any space cattle, but the posh hyper nobles, or the posh nobles, wanted to make this a paradise world with top quality garden fed meats, and the hyper church wanted to put in huge sections, meg-acre upon meg-acre of parking structures for their mega churches, and that's where all of this is coming from.
Okay, I gotta explain this to my battle buddies.
Yep.
Of course. Maybe we can negotiate some kind of deal?
One moment.
Oh, I just noticed. Number 10 on the sheet. We serve the Eternal King, not the Space Emperor of mankind.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, the Eternal
Where
King.
did it say that?
The enthroned skeleton, yeah.
Yeah. Under the conflict centers, number 10. I think that's the only mention of the Eternal King on the entire sheet.
That's fine.
Right.
Or that-
No, that's
okay.
reasonable. We'll take it, definitely. The Eternal King it is.
That's canon now. That's canon. The Eternal King of the Astral Commonwealth?
Yeah.
Yup, so obviously this is a problem with which one of the two factions is going to basically be taking over this world, and for what reason? Is it going to be a paradise vacation world where you can go out for a few years or so as a nice noble and pretend to live the farm life? Or is it going to be a mega shrine world with megacre upon megacre of parking structures for, attendance to their hyper churches?
What? 1 second, guys.
What do you guys think?
I'm thinking
no
farm world. We need to fuel the war machine somehow. While the Eternal King is great and all that, we kind of can't worship him on an empty stomach. I mean, you saw the feast last night. You saw how much they ate.
It's true. They ate a lot. Says your random deacon hype man. A lot. So much that they started vomiting with joy. You understand food, come on.
Exactly. I understand food, and while I do get worship, the mega churches, they're too arty for me, I don't get all the art for the mega church. Just, have a nice little shrine in the corner of your room, and you're good.
Right. So Brother Tethys has found out it's your guys' turns,
I'm sorry, I've been very out of it. I feel like shit. What exactly is going on? Give it to me one more time, I'm sorry.
Brother Tethys took a while to savor the bodies of the dead, and he intuited that this is this conflict between the posh nobles and the hyperchurch guys is actually really a conflict between making this world into a paradise vacation world where rich people can come for a few years and pretend to live the farm life, or a hyperchurch world with megacre upon megacre of parking structures for the mega shrines run by the hyperchurch.
So,
Porque no los dos.
No, they are very serious. Obviously, you can't live the farm life with a world marred by large megastructures of parking lots, and you can't how could you possibly maximize your mega shrine attendance if you don't cover the entire planet with grab car parking?
You build the grab car parking underground.
But there's still space for more parking.
Well, yes, but underground isn't very good for growing farms, so you keep the surface of the planet a garden world, and then underground you build
talk to your fellow brothers of Battle Office, by the way.
Mega tunnels to park cars in.
Talk to this to your brothers, by the way, because at this point you're just talking to a hype man who's explaining the situation to you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm all for the garden, because how can we fuel the war machine if we don't have food? And it feels like putting the churches underground would be sacrilegious because they wouldn't be in the light of the Eternal King.
obviously this church is extremely important to society, otherwise they wouldn't have as much influence as they do, so we can't just ignore them. After all, citizens need these things in order to be powerful.
Okay, so we have one vote for Paradise World and one vote for Mega Shrine World.
And then I'm saying we can literally compromise and do both.
I'm agreeing with Trikekis as well.
Okay, so you're going to try to compromise by making it a Mega Shrine Paradise Garden World.
Now I vibed. Both sides will be unhappy.
I am okay with
Fourth
this.
one. We can compromise and try to make both sides happy, or we can compromise and try to make both sides unhappy. And really, that might be the most fair option.
Honestly, you know what? They kind of need to learn their place. A little unhappiness goes a long way towards the Imperium. I mean, Astral Commonwealth.
That is absolutely the kind of thing that we feel like a Space Marine would say.
Why don't we just convert it into a hive world? Yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying
then
you
how
want
would
to
we feed
build
them?
something?
Well, I mean,
I know. How many planets are in this system?
I probably don't have to tell you this, but hive worlds feed themselves. To themselves.
That doesn't sound sustainable.
That logic checks out, because, I mean, we get good stuff from cannibalism, so maybe they'll get good stuff from cannibalism.
And honestly, completely out of character now. If we suggest this to them, it might scare them enough to actually make an agreement between them. So we should say, if you guys can't make an agreement, here's what we're gonna do to your planet. That might actually scare them enough into coming to some kind of reasonable agreement. We have a week to come to an agreement. 6 days now, right?
Yeah. So, Brother Tethys is making ideas here. Who's gonna carry out on this?
I guess I can carry out on this. I need to impress onto these civilians,
And
the cost of these matters.
You want to impress civilians, you say?
Wait,
I am divinely ordained. My feats of war are, bar none, the best in this entire system.
Well, Brother Enders seems to be claiming that he can impress upon the civilians.
We can build a prototype district showing off the potential for keeping the surface a garden and the bottom a giant parking lot.
Okay, who is the best build and who is the best impress civilians here?
I
have D20 impressed civilians.
Well, it's between Titusius and Enders because
I know I already did my thing for the day. I can't contribute towards that till at least tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah.
I've got a D6 in building and repairing things, but I'll still do it. I'll still do it if that gets the point across.
Okay, so Victor Enders, one moment. Victor Enders wants to impress upon the civilians that if they don't figure out something soon, the Space Marines will tear everything down and then make the planet into a hive world.
We'll demonstrate that by starting building a district that shows off our plans for the future of their planet.
Alright, Victor Enders, impress the civilians. Since you are very good at it. Oh my
19.
god.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. One moment. So as you are...
Die!
so Victor Enders...
All I see is a success with that, so, seemed good enough to me.
He is very impressive. His boasting may have indeed been completely called for. Knowing he's very impressive.
My feats of war are known throughout the system by foes and other foes alike.
You find that obviously the best thing that you can do to impress upon the people and the heirs of each faction is to tie up the leaders of each one of the factions and have them publicly exploded in town square.
Oh my god.
Public executions until morale improves, right?
Right. Ugh.
If you guys don't come to a compromise, this is what happens. Kaboom!
Or
If you don't come to a compromise, your body will be compromised for you.
The concentration will increase at a geometric rate until morale improves.
all right, and then brother Tutusius to demonstrate exactly what the
My
people
God, we have a fucking-
will be living in if they can't get their shit together.
Don't acknowledge it.
Scatter.
Don't acknowledge it. Don't acknowledge it.
Tries to build an arcology.
And I
Brother
built one.
Tutusius, build your arcology.
I did.
It's a
Oh my
combination. Don't
god!
forget, it's a combination arcology and parking lot.
His combination arcology and parking lot is fantastic.
Great success!
Great success.
Success with no collateral.
The architecture
You were
is
smart enough. You were
entirely-
smart enough not to destroy an already built housing block. To
It's amazing.
Truly, your architecture is sufficient.
Purely
Yep, it is-
utilitarian.
Yeah, purely utilitarian, very minimalist, no artistic flair, but it goddamn works.
brutalist Soviet architecture.
What the hell have I walked into?
The nicest
Nice
Marines.
We've
The
killed
night
very-
comes on. The
we've
night comes
killed
on.
honestly very few people.
So far.
You've killed a few people, but you actually failed a lot too.
Anais, please, for the love of God, explain to me what the fuck you meant.
Nope, you
by
came
it
in
all.
late. That's on you. You guys are honor bound to not let him know what the fuck is happening under the oath of the Eternal Emperor to the Astral Commonwealth.
Kids.
The commoners
let him figure
are
it
not
out.
privy to our
Exactly.
divine machinations.
So, night two comes on. You've built a sector of arcology and parking lot combination, and this.
What a little
He just
bit.
laughed. And Brother Enders has impressed upon the new leaders of the post-war power blocks that they should get their shit together, or else they will, get exploded. So now
Which they
night
did.
2 comes along, and you see that there is rampaging in the streets. People are rioting, and the rioting and protesting is against you.
What?
They're holding signs that say "No more Marines" and Marines go home. They are, it seems, truly now united, but it's against you.
Okay, guys. This isn't the worst thing, and I urge restraint. They haven't said anything heretical yet.
They're not being heretics yet. They're just being bitches.
I'm confused because this is our home now. Where the fuck else would we go?
No, you're
No,
just
this is
waiting.
our home.
No, you're just waiting for
Hold on.
support forces.
No, the-
No, I live
You are-
here. I live here now. This is
No,
the
we have
next
explained
week.
it. You are just in charge of a diplomatic envoy dedicated to rebuilding after the conflict. You have no idea how to do this, and you're just waiting for support
Listen,
forces.
Victor has never had a home. He thinks a home is just wherever he's currently stationed.
Oh my god. Wait, what is his...
That's because you're a fleet-based chapter, obviously.
Oh my god, clearly. Oh my god.
He thinks
Okay.
home is just wherever he is stationed. He can't go home. I live here now for the next week.
I live here for the week.
That is super fleet-based chapter shit. All right, you are home, Brother Enders. You have no idea what they're talking about.
You should go explain this to them calmly.
I will. They'll be very impressed with the degree to which I view this place as my home. That I am
But you gotta
here
show
for.
restraint. Wouldn't this being nice to them?
It would be being Either. They both make sense.
You know,
Jimbo!
being nice would be better, actually.
What?
Gotta show restraint and
Brother
go with the lower
Edgar.
roll.
To try to smooth this over by being nice to them and explaining
9.
that his home is wherever he is.
And now this is his home. He has taken it. Your home.
For the
and now
week.
my home.
They are at least
I am
upset,
taking
or
your homes. They are
they
mine.
are at least upset.
You probably break some of their signs in the process.
Yeah, they're probably quite upset.
There might have been some awkward offensive wording when referring to this.
You
Wait.
walk over to them. You walk over to them, and you
imply that you're gonna take their homes and make them yours or something.
you walk over to the protest and brusquely scream in their faces, "This is my home now! Why are you telling me to leave my home? This is my home and I will defend it with my life!"
Curse the crowd with that. Because
There is
success,
some
right?
success. They are not happy though.
They disperse at the very least. Screaming and running mostly.
You need to disperse.
Why are you telling me to go home? This is my home. That makes no sense.
All right. Well, the protests have been dispersed. It would appear that they understand your position in all of this now.
It would appear.
It would appear.
As far as we can tell.
Sadly, there's still been no actual statement on whether or not they're going to be making this into a garden world or a parking lot world.
What about a combination Taco Bell and Pizza Hut?
Well, it's a pretty good idea. You should have to bring that up with them.
I'm sorry, I can't abide by this. There has to be chicken somewhere on the menu.
Oh my goodness.
They're
I
giant.
will. I am a reasonable space marine.
Taco Bell has a chicken burritos.
I will settle for the. I will settle for tastes like chicken. I'm a reasonable marine.
Taco Bell has chicken burritos.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I have been to Taco Bell. I was probably 7 years old.
Well, actually, no, we're sorry. That isn't appropriate because obviously there is no Pizza Hut anymore. After the fast food wars, Taco Bell basically won all food production in the galaxy.
True.
Clearly. It's Taco Bell all the way down.
It's Taco Bell all the way down and all the way up. If you're eating Taco Bell.
Would you like to go to Taco Bell?
Yeah, that sounds great.
The Eternal King's pet is a Chihuahua.
Clearly, this fast food war started with the assassination of Fernando Chipotle.
Clearly. So now that what Brother Ender has taken his turn for night 2.
And I'll use this chance to get a drink.
So what are you going to do to Tusius and Tethys?
I would actually like to spend the night also building and repairing to increase the arcology even further.
Nice.
Just improve.
Right.
Just continue on the
Maybe work
idea.
on the surface, and now I'll work on the parking lot underground or something.
All right, Brother Tethys, what is your
I will build a massive network of tunnels underneath to show off how much space they could park their cars under the ground. Certainly this will not undermine their city and cause great collapse of buildings, because I am quite zealous and confident it won't happen.
It's okay, baby. You were just dreaming. Sorry, baby. No, it's fine. It's fine, baby girl. You're done. You're just dreaming, little girl. She was dreaming, and she was wiggling around, and then she just woke up and started howling. We're like, it was a dream, it was a dream, it's cool, it's okay. Alright, so Brother Tethys, you're extremely certain. You're zealous in your ability to build and repair things, so obviously you should do that. Brother Tethys, you have dug many, many trenches. The problem is that most of them just keep collapsing as soon as you know, like 3 feet in.
Jesus Christ.
This has undermined the local sewer system.
Terrible failure.
Terrible failure. This cannot be used. This pit of smelling brown water cannot be used for parking structures at all.
Mm. What fucking shitty ground? Clearly the water table is too high here. They built in a fucking swamp.
Clearly. You know, it's just better for the cattle then, so looks like we'll only have to go with the garden thing then. Heck, this wet probably wouldn't make a good parking lot anyway. Let the beef feast, so we can feast on them.
What do you think, Brother Tethys? Your brother in battle is kind of making a bit of sense here.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe
makes a lot of sense. You might have to turn this plan around. You might have to go with the hyper.
Revert to combat.
Well, you might have to side with the devastatingly posh House of Psychic Nobles after realizing how high the water table is here.
Yeah, the other guys are just fucking idiots. Let's kill them.
No, we can't go and kill everybody. This isn't a combat zone. Unfortunately.
We'll automatically succeed if that's our goal.
Technically, they've done nothing heretical.
They're not heretics.
Can we forge heretical documents? Oh wait, I don't lie. Never mind.
Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. Also, you literally can't even fathom the idea.
Yeah.
There's no heresy here, brother. Damn.
Although if you try, you will roll an additional d10 and then pick the highest dice when you do it.
Oh. Okay.
Are you going? Well, you'll have to do that tomorrow because Titutius is the only one left. Titutius, what do you use your knightly action on night 2 for?
That is a good question, because we've gotten the riot situation taken care of. I guess I should just go out and just be nice to the civilians.
Distribute aid and stuff.
Yes, distribute. You have reminded me. That big feast. There's leftovers. Let's distribute the leftovers.
Excellent.
Because not a lot of people came, and we got to do something with all this beef.
But where's the beef?
Well, clearly in our giant space fridge.
Alright. You're going to be nice to civilians to try to bring up their attitude toward you.
Yep.
Great success.
Rolled a 6.
Rolled a... Oh my god. Oh my god. The people seem happy. They graciously accept the beef. It seems people here like beef.
Well, clearly they had a bunch of cows for us to slaughter.
And obviously some of them are very much wanting more beef.
Yeah, exactly.
For the farm world. Alright. So, day 3 comes on. Alright. So you guys, what are you guys going to do for day 3? Now you found out that if you dig down, it just ends up becoming a bunch of ridiculous, gross, muddy, smelly crap. Literally.
I think I can build an entirely over-engineered groundwater lowering machine that will lower the entire water. I'll divert the water away from the area so it doesn't happen using a completely over-engineered pseudo-scientific groundwater hyper-absorber or something. How about that?
It's just a massive sponge.
Tricacus,
What?
are you telling me that you are going to drain the swamp?
I'm gonna drain the swamp, yeah.
He's draining the swamp.
That sounds
Oh,
like
Shrek's
building.
not gonna be happy.
Yes, that is very much building.
Nice.
Oh
Beautiful.
Nice, I drained the swamp!
Beautiful.
Now they have no well water.
Guys, we don't need well water, we have fucking plumbing.
No. Well, you find out after a lot of plumbing that it's actually really difficult to just kind of divert water away. So you figure out that you can actually use high explosives to jettison large portions of mass into space.
If I use an orbital bombardment in just the right area to frack the crust and cause enough cracks to drain the water out underneath their city. Does that sound appropriate? That sounds like it would cause massive collateral damage.
Yep, dire collateral damage. Hundreds of civilians die. Priceless cultural artifacts are destroyed. But fortunately, the water table has been lowered 500 meters.
That is devastatingly excellent. Yes.
And they've got a new
Very
lake.
effective.
Now we can build at least 50 stories down, guys, without having to do constant draining. I say it's a great success.
Alright, so we're back to the combination planet idea then, huh?
It's not necessarily a great success, but that's certainly what I am having published in the morning edition of the papers.
Excellent.
I have a question now. Have we considered simply building the parking lots in the sky?
Whoa.
Dude,
Problem with that would be is then, the ground would be covered and, no plants for the cows.
I want to point out these are grav cars. We need the sky open for them to actually fly in.
They just fly even higher. There's tons of space.
Then they would be
There's space in
not
space.
cars. Are you saying we should convert every grav car into a spaceship on the planet? Because
Well, how else are they gonna
like,
make room?
because if that is what you're saying, I like the idea.
Well, how else are we going to make room? Clearly, the ground is made of solid floor.
Are you
This is ridiculous.
saying that you need to lift all the cars, these heavy objects, off the ground?
What if, I had an idea, speaking of space, what if we convert the moon to a parking lot?
My God!
The moon, just entirely parking lot. All the churches can be on the planet, and whatever space the churches don't take up can
Love
be
it.
fields of beef.
You are a genius, brother Tertusius! A genius! The likes of which haven't been seen in a millennia!
Fortunately, there are 4 whole moons over the planet, so you get a
Even
lot.
better!
Says your deacon on the side. Well, fortunately, there are 4 whole moons here, so you get a lot to choose from. Okay, so brother Tertusius.
They tore down the moon and they put up a parking lot.
Oh, that actually gives me a funny idea. Smash all the moons together to make a bigger moon!
Whoa. We don't need to do that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. A sphere is, the lowest amount of surface area an object can have. So, it's probably better to have 4 spheres rather than one big sphere.
Right.
Whoa, that's pretty smart. Did you go to math class?
No, he's correct, though.
He's correct, yes.
Yeah.
So...
And yes, we need to know this astrophysics shit to fly our spaceships around.
Exactly.
Yes. So you must build things into the moon while
And we just need to hollow out the moon and build a giant fucking parking lot in it.
Well, Brother Tethys is draining the swamps with orbital bombardment. You come up with a great idea to hollow out the moons. So obviously you should see how you build that.
To worship the space empire, you just go into space. It's perfect. One could even say it's quite impressive to the civilian.
No, you're building here.
I know, I'm joking.
I don't have to impress upon the civilians. I can go up there and do it myself.
All right, Brother Titusius, build.
There is not a single way that blowing up the moon could go wrong.
Exactly.
When it creates debris, it just orbits around the planet and slowly showers over it for millennia. There's no problem here. Just blow up
I rolled
the rock.
a 3.
We noticed.
Oh my god.
Sadly, building parking lots into the moon is harder than you thought, and you bust one of the moons into chunks before you find out that you need to add structural supports to giant spherical moon lots.
Guys, we have 3 more moons to try it out with.
We have 3 more moons to try it out with, but you have 3 more
We
moons
started with
left.
the smallest moon, so yeah, good. That's
Clearly, I must try the bigger moon.
Are you also building?
I came up with this
the
idea. I will commit to this and build on the moon.
Brother Ender also wants to do the same. Not having been paying attention to Brother Titusius,
I was too
he
enamored with
also
my genius.
fractures the moon into pieces. They at least have 3 moons left, or 2 moons left.
What is the sum success in this outcome?
You know, similar to Brother Titusius,
You're probably
how
acquiring
to...
valuable experience.
Yeah, you're acquiring valuable experience in how to support giant spacebound spherical structures. As you are not, after all, an engineer. But you're sure that you, along with Brother Titusius, now know how to make moons into space parking lots.
Brilliant.
Alright, wow, that was a...
Now I can try it tonight with my D12.
Night 3 comes on.
And I definitely want to try with their 3rd moon.
Brother Tethys, having learned valuable lessons from his fellow battle brothers, wants to take a swing at the moons.
What I'm thinking, where they went wrong,
Brother Tethys, Tethys, we want you to know, Brother Tethys.
Let me try to roleplay this before I even roll it a little bit.
But before you roll it, we need to tell you.
Will be to drag the moon closer to the planet to make it easier for grav cars to go from moon to planet. Obviously.
Obviously.
Well, you've been paying attention for the last day. One moment. You've been paying attention for the last day to your brothers about how to use moons. So you think now you can not only move the moons closer, but you can also build that whole entire thing in by building, a giant retro rocket or what have you.
So, is that lifting heavy objects?
No, it's building.
I'm actually trying to move the moon. Are you sure that's not lifting heavy object, Shy?
Technically, you're not lifting the moon, you're pulling the moon.
Shy,
You see-
Shy, okay, how about this? What if what I do is tie all of our fleets together with a giant rope and pull the moon out of orbit?
Okay, do it. We will acknowledge this as a lifting of heavy objects.
Okay.
Watch us get that catastrophic collateral.
No, it's just minor collateral, apparently.
That's what I was going for. I wanted catastrophic collateral there, guys. I was going for it.
Alright. He successfully pulls...
We're just pulling moons out of orbit now. Actually.
Not pulling, lifting.
Lifting, yes. We're lifting it into a lower orbit. Because that's
I was about to say, wait a minute, it's lifting, but it's going into a lower orbit. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not just putting it down?
You know what?
What you do is you take one of the ships, you park it upside down under one of the moons, and you lift it towards the planet.
Space Marines don't put things down. They only lift.
There is only lift in different directions. This is space, motherfucker.
Lifting is relative to your position.
You never decelerate, you only accelerate in retrograde.
Exactly.
It only causes massive tidal disturbances in the ocean, which takes advantage of the cracked surface and causes tidal heating. The planet is warmer now, at least.
Hey, more fertile ground for growing all of those churches on the Earth to feed all the people praying on the moon.
Alright, this sounds like a positive, guys.
Yeah, it's a net
Sounds
positive.
like I fucking succeeded.
Yes.
Truly,
You did
nothing
succeed
could possibly go
in
wrong
pulling
with lifting the moon.
In pulling the moons closer.
There's no way this could have catastrophic natural effects years from now.
I pulled their third moon into the orbit of what was their first moon.
No, you pulled both moons closer. Sorry, we forgot. We thought we had made that clear.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough.
An overachiever
It's a
here.
great success, which is why the planet literally flexes visibly as you move the moons closer. All right.
It bulges around the equator a bit, but it did that before anyway.
All right. Titusius and Brother Ender, it is you have turns to make.
Guys, I put it into a perfect parking orbit. If you can't build a parking lot on this moon now, I don't know what to tell you.
Alright. Brother Ender, we must combine our efforts in building this. We must work together. We must reinforce each other. We
will build the biggest parking lot anybody has ever seen in the system.
Oh, no, sorry. We were trying to tell you, Trikekus, and you kept cutting us off. We actually need to go back.
Oh, sorry.
So we were trying to tell you, because you had been watching your Brother Ender and Brother Titusius all day or whatever, all day, you learned how orbital mechanics work better, so you actually got a +2 from that.
So it was a success with dire collateral?
Yes, many die.
Many coastline cities are wiped out in the ensuing flooding.
An entire community center is devoured by a fissure that opens due to planetary tidal flexing.
But not a fissure as in like the
Don't forget the
geological
earlier
structure.
crustal fracking that I did.
But Shy,
Yeah, that's what caused this to get worse.
It's not a fissure in the geologic structure. You literally bring a horrific monster called a fissure to the surface from the tidal plane.
Not yet.
No, that's what I'm gonna do on my next turn. I'm gonna insert some like biogenetic thing to increase the like plant growth on the planet. I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
Alright, so, sorry, now, Brother Titusius and, Brother Ender, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Parking lot.
Your moons are close. Your moons are closer. You're gonna take another swing at the parking lot?
Yeah, I got a 6, you got a 3.
And Brother, Ender, take another swing at the parking lot.
We've got 2 moons we can make into parking lot. Oh, now we only have 1.
3 and 6. Successfully, the 2 work together to bust another moon and make a parking lot out of the 4th.
The good news is the planet's getting some really pretty rings. Oh my god, are we all married to the planet now? It has 3 rings!
We probably cleared those out when I dragged the moon through their orbits.
No, actually, quite the opposite. All of this destruction of planetary bodies and moving things around has caused quite a lot of things to fling into the atmosphere, and space junk is starting to fall down onto the fields and stuff like that. That being said, they may hold, unknown amino acids and things like that can foster life. Some of them have, ice chunks and things like that.
That's too bad it'll immediately get eaten by current life.
Wait a minute.
minute.
That's good. They'll
Wait
make
a
that life
minute.
stronger.
Wait a minute, I just had another brilliant idea. What if we simply empty this world and start over with new life?
One moment.
No, that would be failure. That
Day
would be failing. We need
4.
That would be wasting the valuable resources that are already here, mainly the human resources.
Alright, day 4 comes on. The planet is warm and wet, and a veil of steam covers it.
Well, clearly...
The moons are causing active tidal flexing, which produces... the moon. The moon is... volcanoes. The wreckage of 3 other moons is falling down onto the Earth. Sorry, the planet. The new leaders of the 2 factions come to you begging, please stop. It's fine. We'll figure things out. Just please leave.
We've already started. We gotta finish the job now.
Yeah,
No, he has a point. We've got the parking lot for it.
Do you want the moon to fall into the planet? No, if we stop now, it'll just descend from the sky even further.
Yeah,
I'll say, isn't the moon in a nice stable orbit now?
Victor doesn't understand these things.
it's been pulled into a stable orbit, yeah.
Yeah. So the moon is in a stable orbit. It's been converted to a parking lot. So that's job done.
That moon in a stable orbit closer to the planet should actually protect from space debris.
The best
After it's
part
done
of playing
flinging
Kerbal
space debris
Program,
around.
Remember, we moved that moon into a lower orbit than any of the other moons started with.
Trikekis, the best part of playing Kerbal Space Program is intentionally ignoring everything you learned.
Also, you did in fact move 2 moons into low stable orbits before one of them got destroyed.
But clearly we put those into, like, counter orbits or something.
No, actually Brother Titusius just slammed it into another one.
Fine, to make one bigger moon.
Right.
Yeah,
The best
And now that
parking
bigger
lot.
moon has been turned into a parking lot, and all of the wreckage and waste material is being flung all over the place.
Let's be honest, that bigger moon is still a molten ball of rock.
But it's a parking lot.
It will be. Soon enough.
Yeah, once it's done cooling, it'll be a nice parking lot.
All of the molds and everything are in place. When it's done cooling, it will be a parking lot.
It'll take 10,000 years for that to cool.
It'll also hold something along the lines of like 50 quadrillion grav cars or something like that.
So what I was thinking is now with the greater gravitational forces, they're clearly having problems with their tides. So what I need to do is put the Space Navy over their greatest ocean and boil the seas off with the lasers. To lower the water level back to a manageable level for them. Clearly this couldn't go wrong.
Well, the planet's already covered in steam, so yeah, why not?
No, I didn't vaporize it. We'll drop some,
No. The planet's already covered in steam because you fractured the core and then caused huge tidal flexing, which broke the crust and caused the seas to flow into active volcanic sources.
Okay, so clearly we'll just drop some cryobombs to counteract that effect.
Clearly, yes, we've already heated things up. The oceans are evaporating to manageable levels, but we need to cool things back down.
Your deacon comes to you and asks, "Are you sure you don't want to use the cryobomb on the moon lot?"
No, I was gonna drop cryobombs into their volcanoes across the planet, like in that Star Trek, to counteract the increased heating to get them back into a more manageable living zone.
And our deacon does provide a good point. I mean, we've got a good amount of cryobombs. Why can't we do both?
Yeah, well, I literally mean, like, let's just bomb their volcanoes and these fractured joints and counteract it by refreezing it. Yeah.
We bomb the volcanoes and we bomb the moon, get the planet back to a manageable level, get the parking lot finished, and we're good.
Counteract some of the devastating shit we've already done to their planet. Increasing the temperature is fine, but we gotta get increasing the moisture level is fine, but we gotta get the temperature back to make it, good for crops and shit.
Otherwise, it would be dangerous to the civilians if you let this process go out, so you're protecting them, really.
And with this increased volcanic forces from lowering the moon here, we really gotta counter that out, or they're gonna have, a Permian Triassic going on.
So who's the best at protecting civilians?
Well, obviously I am. It's my idea.
Alright, go protect the civilians from the weather.
Well,
that sounds like protecting civilians, doesn't it?
It does. You're protecting them from the runaway steam effect.
By dropping bombs.
Alright, protect those civilians.
My god. Fascinatingly, I somehow succeed? At dropping bombs to counteract global warming.
I mean, you are fighting against global warming, so, we are automatically successful at battle.
Global warming, it makes sense.
Whoever said...
You seal the crust so that the tidal flexing won't cause a runaway greenhouse effect.
Whoever said fight fire with fire was obviously fucking stupid. You fight fire with bombs.
Giant, cryogenic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You have saved the world from the consequences of your actions. Once again. Alright.
That's because I'm a fucking nice Marine.
Right?
Exactly.
So to Tutius and Ender, it's your turn. You still have actions for the day?
Just imagine the fucking civilians watching our fleet of spacecraft flying over the mountain near their city and dropping fucking bombs into the volcanoes. And that just leaves it frozen afterwards. Like, what the fuck?
Yay! Woo!
I am reverse nuclear bombs that leave everything frozen afterwards.
I would like to spend time gathering information about the current state of the population and how much more we can do for them to really get this whole thing back together.
You're gonna find out what they actually need done?
Yeah, we're working on the parking lots. for the hyper church, right?
That's quite a novel idea. That's quite a novel idea. I like where you're going here.
Right.
Excellent,
But maybe there's a
excellent
little
job, sir.
more we can do. Maybe there's something a little more
Wait,
specific
Are
we
you
can do. to
acknowledging
really
that you don't know what's best for these people?
You know, I had a heart to heart
Maybe
after
they
I
know better than you do?
I did a little bit of soul searching after I screamed at that guy the other day, and so I thought maybe I
A
should
fine
spend some
screaming,
time.
sir.
I'm sorry?
A fine screaming it was, sir.
Oh, you didn't even have to scream. You just turned the volume on your suit to speaker to maximum. It'll blow out your eardrums while you're talking. You don't have to exert yourself. You're just talking. You just turn the volume to maximum. It's loud enough to be heard, like, miles away.
Truly the one of all ones to be rolled.
Oh my god.
At least nobody gets hurt.
Is that the onest roll?
Yes.
Oh, that is the onest.
At least nobody could possibly get hurt while I'm attempting to talk to them.
Whoa.
Well, unless you turn your volume so high that it liquefies their body. Remember, these speakers are also designed to be used as sonic weaponry.
Yes, that's true.
What's the point of having speakers if you don't also turn it into a weapon? Every single part of my body can be
You're
weaponized.
also a noise marine. Don't forget that.
Well, obviously, you're talking to people a bunch, and most of them also we can hear ourselves talking through you, Anase.
God damn it, it took this long for it to pick up.
No, it's been doing that the whole time. It's just it's getting worse now than it's ever been the entire
Oh,
session.
Jesus Christ, I've been monitoring it. I never saw the green light go off, so I thought it was never picking
You
it up.
suck.
God
So
damn it.
obviously, as you're talking to these people, you're talking to some guy, and you know you're asking what he needs, and he's all like, "Well, with all this heat around here, I guess we need some large tropical plants, right?"
Oh,
And so obviously these people need large tropical plants.
That's actually great, because tonight my plan was to release biological material from other worlds to quickly colonize this at some catachan plants or something. That'll fix everything.
Highly productive tropical plants, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I would be offended if you didn't include palm trees as a Floridian. I'm sorry, but this is required. Your battle brother.
We as an American, we have to say that no opinion of any Floridian matters.
It's a good thing I'm also a nice space marine.
No. Sorry, Florida man. We have very good reason not to take your opinions in that stance.
From the tropical world of Florida?
Are you?
Space Florida.
Yes, space
Alright.
Florida.
So Brother Ender has found out that these people, what with the high humidity and warmth of the planet newly granted to it before the coming of the cryobombs, it's warm now. Now they need large, highly productive tropical plants.
Clearly.
So Brother Ender has found out. Brother Tututius, you still have an action for the remainder of day 4.
Well, there's clearly going to have to be some, reconstruction done. Restore some of the farmlands because we do still need to do the beef thing. So
We did
I
do
think
like physical damage to their cities.
yeah, there was a lot of physical damage. We should, at least try to fix it back up because they kind of need a place. Gotta be nice. So building and repair.
One moment, Brother Tututius. God damn it, your name. Is, or wants
Give it up
to
on the
rebuild
first game.
from some of the damage and make it look good.
Make the Vanian Empire great again.
So, Brother Tututius, roll.
Hey!
Oh.
Fascinatingly,
Nothing
he
goes
doesn't.
wrong?
Nothing goes wrong. and the common folk rejoice. Night 4 comes on. Guys, you can sense that your week is like it's going by fast.
I know what I need to do this time though. I need to genetically engineer a super outcompeting food plant that just outcompetes everything else on the world, because that's what they need. They need a plant that they can eat, that grows anywhere, that this couldn't go wrong, right?
Yeah, and the cows can eat it too.
So are you saying that you're trying to protect
dogs to fucking eat it? I want the plant to fucking eat itself if it has to.
My God.
That sounds like you're trying to... We're kind of torn on where this actually stands.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like any of those normal things. It is,
it sounds like you're trying to impress civilians.
Okay.
One moment. Brother Tethys wants to engineer an ultimate
super
productive
biologically
food
engineered
plant.
manna from heaven plant.
Biologically engineered to be manna from heaven. He wants to impress everyone
And I will
with
impress
his
them
great
by
engineering.
releasing it onto their world with no prior testing.
By releasing it onto their world with no prior testing. Alright.
Marines are
Alright.
Marines are
Impress those civilians, buddy.
This will go perfectly well. Mo. At least
Nobody dies.
nobody dies. I just completely fail to fucking do it, right?
The fucking plant eats itself before it reproduces.
No,
It was the genetic eat itself code completely went wrong. All the plants literally ate themselves, and now they're extinct.
Actually, we like that.
Sorry, Shy. Yeah. I shouldn't be narrating for you.
Yeah, all the plants literally ate themselves. You have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't even mimic the experiment because they devoured all of the material that had anything to do with them.
But I will put my let my battle brothers know what I was attempting, so that if they want to try something similar,
they'll get a +1.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm thinking maybe attempting something similar, but I do want to kind of dial it back a bit, because that was a good idea. Okay. Your plans were a little more eager than you expected, so let's dial it back. Let's definitely make something that
the confidence
people can eat.
Yeah.
Something that people can eat, something that the animals can eat, but won't eat itself, and maybe yeah, that sounds good.
And maybe just grows at reasonable rates.
Yeah, grows at a reasonable rate, because let's be honest,
fast, but
even we have our limits on how much we can
growing
eat.
rates.
Alright, brother Tutusius. Roll your impressing civilians. It is a 6. Because you have +1. You have successfully made what you are sure Brother Tethys was trying to make before it ate itself.
So I just made
dial back the ambition.
Made some fucking giant Venus flytraps that all started eating each other.
Basically. So, and we assume you release it upon the wild?
Oh, of course. The civilians have got to see it.
And that's the only way we can see if it worked.
Exactly.
I mean,
well, the people will be fed, the wilds will be overtaken, the great agrarian experiment will go on. Now, with the ability of the moon being your parking lot, and the land going out, you might have potentially, possibly, maybe solved this problem. The problem is that you know that there is still violence about this world.
So now we kill everyone with a gun on the planet that's not us.
No, we must find out the source of the violence, because, if the food doesn't fix the violence, then what could be causing it?
Clearly, I must follow my nose. It just so happens that my nose happens to be a weapon.
Right.
Deadly sneeze.
So, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? Are you gonna try to find where the violence comes from?
Yes. Gather information. Truly, I know everything about what's going on. And by that, I mean maybe I get a lead.
Well, you know that people are unhappy that you didn't leave when they begged you to and just kept working. But that couldn't be it. That could not be it.
Yeah. I don't know why they... I mean, we're clearly protecting them. Why would they want us gone? Without
We had great success at a cost.
We've had great success at minimal costs.
Wait a minute. All of the cost...
But it is a sacrifice we are willing to make.
I think you're onto something, Trikekis, because clearly we have bared none of the consequences or burden of our failure. Clearly we must make an impressive
My chapter lost 3 Space Marines conquering this planet.
You lost Space Marines?
Well,
It's 3.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
How?
Friendly fire?
Oh, that makes
Yeah, I might have gotten a little
Yeah,
carried away with the laser
Saves a
shotgun.
lot. Okay.
I will a little overzealous on the artillery. Sorry, guys. So
We didn't quite factor in the range of the explosion.
No.
day 5
We
comes
always get in
on.
melee and you guys fight with your las guns from behind.
So, oof. So day 5 comes on. You have found out that people are unhappy because instead of leaving when they begged you to, you moved moons around and destroyed moons and dropped cryobombs. But that, as we know, could not be it.
No,
So obviously,
we made
as day 5 comes upon you, you must go about your business still. Yeah.
Well, I think on day 5, we'll do a massive parade as we leave the planet.
No, you can't leave the planet until day 7,
Oh,
wherein
right.
the
It would be
reinforcements come in.
duty, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah. Mhm.
So we need to impress on the civilians how they only need to survive 2 more days from us.
Well, here's the thing. We've gotten the work done. We've got the parking lot. We've got the farming.
Nice.
Maybe we should actually explain to them that we're only here for another 2 days, then we're leaving. Maybe that'll calm them down.
We'll only be here 2 more days, and plus, we're done. All we have to do now is protect them.
Well, you just have to,
Wait.
but again, there's also potentially violence here.
Wait,
You need to find where the violence comes from.
we built a parking lot.
True.
What if we make a massive grav car construction facility too?
Of course, we need to upgrade all their grav cars so they can get to the moon.
We upgraded their agriculture, but we didn't actually upgrade their grav cars. What if we made a giant space elevator from the planet to the moon to get the grav cars from the planet to the moon?
No. The space elevator would be getting the civilians from the moon to the planet so they can get to the churches. Because, the moon's only the parking lot.
Well, there's going to be churches on the planet and the moon, so they'll have...
What's the
there's
point of a
probably gonna
parking
be
lot if you
churches
don't have
in the
grav
fucking,
cars
like,
to park
space
there?
elevator.
What's the point? What's the point of a parking lot if you don't have grav cars to park there? Come on, think to
Isn't a space elevator just a tunnel to get to the parking lot? So...
Well, that will solve the grab car problem entirely because you won't have any grab cars on planet. Everybody will just take the space elevator.
Yeah.
Well,
to
no,
get to the parking lot. And
no, we make giant space elevator containment things that you drive your grav car into, and then it just takes you up to the moon.
oh yeah, okay. No, I see what you're talking about now.
Like a container ship, right?
So
Yeah.
making a space elevator.
Yes.
Okay, roll for your building.
Wait. Okay. This'll be fun.
Excellent. My god.
Nobody died? Oh yeah, and I was just planning on building it right in their fucking capital city, you know? Capital city, up to the moon. You use
Clearly.
moon as the anchor point, right?
You build a space elevator to the lowered moon with no collateral damage. Congratulations, Tethys. You think it's all coming together here? You just gotta get rid of those, that rabble, or whatever, that could bring it all down now.
Alright,
Alright, everybody?
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna find out what's causing the violence. I'm gonna find out what's making these people upset now. They've got the parking lot moon. They've got an elevator to it. They've got all this agriculture. Why? Why are they still violence? Sick.
Okay, roll for it.
We're comedically bad at figuring out what these people want.
Oh my god, I just
Where-
looked at the fucking roll. Did we seriously get another one?
Titusius, we're sorry to tell you. I think there might be heresy here. That might be why. It has to be. You can find no other reason except the completely ridiculous idea that it might be you guys. But that could not be it. So it has to be the dark hidden power of secret heretics working.
Maybe it's a gene
Possibly.
stealer cult.
Huh?
Maybe it's a gene stealer cult.
Possibly.
Of course.
In the very post-war power blocks themselves.
Of course, that makes sense now. Because if it's the Gene Stealer cult, they want us to leave the planet so we can get caught in a trap set out in space. It all makes sense now.
It does.
I have a groundbreaking idea. Are you ready for this?
Well, you're the last one with an action point
Sitting
today,
down.
so yeah.
Yes.
We're all sitting down, yes.
Alright, guys, I have a groundbreaking idea. What if we go to where the violence is, and we be nice to them? Give them food and a grav car, and they might stop.
Wait. I'll do you one better. What
Are you saying you want to give the heretics grav cars and food?
Only if they promise not to be heretical anymore.
We don't negotiate with heretics. That's
But
heresy.
if they're not heretics anymore, we can
Why
negotiate.
don't we just go to the heretics and perform violence upon them?
Here's the thing, this only just recently started. It is possible that this is a heresy in its infancy. We could potentially stop it before it takes root.
Are you saying we need to make example of the most heretical city on the planet?
Well, let's talk to them first, and we'll figure it out from there.
We need to find out which is the most heretical city on the planet, and then I will nuke it.
Brother Ender, it is your action point for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I am going forward with being nice to civilians.
Okay. Just trying to not make an ass of yourself with them.
Truly, that is the minor collateral of all minor collaterals.
As you go to try to be nice to the guys, you one moment. What's your thing that you don't understand?
Humor.
Humor. As you go, you start putting up, horrifying pictures of all of your great battle victories, because you think that might improve their dispositions and stuff like that. And they don't seem to like it.
What?
They do not seem to like you impressing them with a tale of how you slaughtered their leaders and brought this place to heal.
Maybe you should turn it into a ballad. A 20 arc, like, operatic movement describing how we liberated, and realized them. They'll like that.
But no evidence of
Jeez.
heresy among these interactions, yes?
Not that you can see. But heresy works in mysterious ways. It's a slippery thing.
Must be careful.
And obviously you would never doubt your Battle Brothers investigations, would you?
Yeah.
We
So
must.
Night 6...
We must. I don't know.
I can't even fathom that you guys would tell me something that's not true.
Exactly. And my investigations tell us that the heresy has set up a trap in space, clearly just by logicking it out.
Night 5 comes along. What do you guys do? This is disturbing stuff.
We must investigate further, because clearly we gotta find this heresy now. Because we've gotten everything else done. Now we've got to keep the heresy from destroying it. Where are they?
Wait, where do heretics hide?
I don't know. We need to find that out.
No, we can logic it out though. Heretics hide
In the churches!
in
Of
the
course!
darkness.
It's the perfect disguise!
No, they hide in the darkness, away from the Emperor's light.
But it's nighttime.
Right,
Oh.
right, of course, right.
So we should sweep the sewers for. Yes, we will sweep the sewers. That's what the Kirkaridons will do this night.
Sweep.
Yes, for criminal activity, for mole men living underground or something.
Wait, but are you using a broom?
No, I was actually going to claim it as lifting heavy objects by literally lifting off the top layer of ground over the city, exposing the undercity beneath it.
Really fishing for that catastrophe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Did I convince you?
Yeah, you convinced us.
If I
Just
do
go through,
it
lift it
really
up the
carefully,
streets.
my intent is to peel up the top layer of the city using some fucking techno magic. I don't fucking know. Look underneath to see if there's any shady shit going on, and then gently place it back down if everything goes right.
Okay, do it. Oh my god.
What did you roll?
So we know that buildings destroyed is catastrophic collateral, but the actual nature of how you're doing this, and what you're doing as you haphazardly
I'm using
peel off the top layer.
lasers to cut the top layer of the city, then using tractor beams to pull it up and look underneath every building, looking into the basement of every building simultaneously.
And as you do so, it's fortunate that so many people have moved out into the wilderness to get away from the horrifying destruction of your constructions, because as you do so, entire city blocks are completely annihilated.
That meme is exactly what I'm doing there, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I destroy most of their capital city doing that?
Yes, you destroyed much of their capital city doing that.
Not the space elevator.
Sadly, you did not find any heresy.
No, but I got a success, Shy.
Yeah, you successfully, lifted
You
the city.
successfully peeled off the ground to lift it up and check underneath it. You did not find... and as you have all of the advantage there, you did not find any heresy.
Oh.
The heretics must be sneakier than that.
Hmm.
Who could say where they're hiding if you can't find them by physically lifting up the entire floor of the planet?
Then perhaps we need to scare them into not being heretics anymore.
That makes sense, yeah.
Alright, so brother...
It's to heretic. By posting public, pamphlet. Yes, fly over the cities dropping pamphlets showing the brutal executions that are done to heretics.
This is impressing civilians.
Trikekis, it's my turn for catastrophic collateral.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Truly the one of all ones.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure I accidentally wrote it in a language nobody can read because it's not used in this world.
You wrote it in fucking High Gothic and all these people speak Low Gothic.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, unfortunately, as you drop the pamphlets down with pictures of...
You wrote it in Latin, but these people speak English, dude.
Fuck.
As you drop pamphlets down, the people, well, you don't know, but the people can't read. They're just, they're illiterate. And instead, they are left only with the pictures of you slaughtering random people with no context, so they believe it's a threat.
Jesus Christ!
My God.
The people are now once again rioting. Rioting through the night.
The heresy that's coming.
I'm starting to think almost every
clearly
single outcome
the heresy is taking hold.
I'm really starting to think every single outcome is another way to fail.
Well, that's not true. If you roll a 5 or a 6 on anything, it's just an automatic success with nothing else.
5 or a 6 is truly the nat 20. Everything else is a 5 in an actual d20.
Titusius, what do you do? Things are getting out of hand. The heresy is clearly spreading faster than you could even imagine in just one day.
I must go out and protect the civilians then. The heresy has already gone too far.
You gotta protect the good civilians from the obviously bad rioting ones.
Of course.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Titusius, as you go out and successfully find the proper civilians, you take them back to the bunkers with all due haste, breaking ribs and damaging legs and arms on the way back. An old man gets a heart attack, but fortunately you give him a good stern pat on the back and it gets him right back on his feet. Along with some more broken ribs.
And, maybe paralyzed from the waist down, but we don't have to worry about that.
At least he's alive.
Exactly.
Think about the horrific people who used to run this world and how much better we are than them. We only give them heart attacks that we cure. They gave them heart attacks that were
We've replaced your previous tyranny with our tyranny.
No, we are not tyrannical. We are the Astral Commonwealth, okay?
In service of the Eternal King.
We brought them space democracy with our king.
Day 6 comes on. The land is clean of good people. Only, clearly, the heretics must remain outside. As you all know, Brother Titusius last night, at the end of the night, found and rescued all of the innocents on the entire planet, maybe. For all you know.
Presumably everyone left outside the city is a heretic and rioting against us.
Presumably, yeah. As the people are still, yes, rioting.
Well, I think it's time to release the virus bombs.
No, we can't do that. We gotta save the agriculture.
Yeah, so we will code the virus bombs to only kill humans.
That is building a special thing. You're building a special virus bomb.
That sounds right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alright. Brother Tethys, now sure that the bad people are the only ones outside,
And
builds a special
obviously
virus
we will
bomb.
prepare ahead of time so that when we do the virus attack, it'll be a short-lived virus. It'll only last for, an hour before self-destructing. And we'll make sure we're all wearing our environment suits for that hour. And,
Well, and you said you're encoding it to not hurt the people that we've already got. So clearly it will be encoded to
if we have all their genes, we can encode it to not hurt them, yes.
Yeah.
Yup.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Only the bad people and heretics will die.
Some success. I can build some gene strands, but I ultimately fail to make a working virus. But I have some success at coding some protections in the gene strands at making the people immune, right? Can we pass that on?
With
My
your-
brother and the Eternal King, you are not a very good genetic engineer.
I have to ask, did you accidentally make it out of meth? I mean, have you seen your teeth?
Alright, Brother Tutusius and Brother Ender.
I fucking filed these down by hand.
Brother Tutusius and Brother Ender, Brother Tethys has failed to make the special virus bomb, to make a working virus, but if you try to make a virus bomb yourself, you will get a +1.
Because of the success?
Because they were watching you fail.
We've learned from your failure.
These my brothers in Christ and the Eternal Emperor, yeah.
Alright. Who wants to do what?
I think the plan would work.
The people are rioting in the streets.
These are mere heretics. We can take them out ourselves. We don't need no virus.
I want to find their leader. Clearly, all we have to do is kill one guy, and the entire house of cards will fall like a game of checkers. Checkmate.
A house of checkers, yes indeed.
One moment. Brother Ender wants to find the leader of these heretics.
And cut the head off the snake. The head of...
And kill him.
That sounds like a gather information, followed by an automatically successful combat.
Yes.
Right?
An 8.
Oh no.
Well, you only injure multiple people getting the information from them, but you do find out.
Which means the killing him is automatically successful. That's probably killed some civilians during the killing him or something.
The only minor collateral.
Or yeah, the collateral is like beating the information out of people.
you beat the information out of a bunch of people, yeah.
That makes
Don't worry, the Astral Commonwealth has a fantastic dental program to replace your missing teeth.
Yes, just look at mine.
You choose
We've got the
not,
spitting image of the dental program right here.
you
Biggest
choose
teeth
not
is
to
giant
use
grin.
the employee benefits given to you.
Biggest teeth is a
You
giant grin when you say that. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
you as you kill the guy, the head of the as you kill the head of the protests, the protesters watch on, terrified, and then they're filled with rage. Indeed, the protest leader is dead, but now he's become a martyr for his cause. They start throwing things at you and go crazy and start tearing buildings down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Our hard work. Our hard work of building things up and breaking them down.
The heretics are destroying your creations. Brother Tututius, you are the only one with an action left in this day.
You must protect them from themselves. I believe in you.
Or make that virus bomb.
No, I must protect them from themselves, because clearly the heresy has taken deep root. Even with the leader dead.
You will preach to them the gospel in...
Yes, of course! Preach to them the gospel of the Eternal King!
Have you tried building a wall around the city and making them pay for it?
You've already drained the swamp. Calm down.
I drained the swamp. If you build the wall, then our campaign promises are done. Do you really think
you want to impress the civilians?
Do you really think the heretics are sending their best and their brightest into the city?
Exactly, we can sway them with the words of the Eternal King!
Alright, you're impressing them.
Oh. You're maybe impressed.
They are not swayed. They are not swayed. They call you killers and thieves and murderers, and they say that they'll never stop until all of them are gone. Until the very last one of them is crushed underneath your heels.
How could they say such things? I've never stolen a thing in my life!
Is this some kind of joke? I don't understand joke.
For the war cause, for the war effort.
They say that they will never stop until you crush them all, to a man.
Well then, I guess I have to crush them.
Night 6.
Paint a little tear on my helmet. I have to crush them.
You know that during the day of tomorrow, it will be your last chance to fix this before the reinforcements arrive on the night of day 7.
There is only one possible resolution to this.
I know how to do this.
We must make another parade. It is time.
Yes, you hold a giant parade, and then at the end of it, I will take personal responsibility for these failures.
Your sacrifice will be sung for generations.
Hopefully this will impress the civilians, or be a very nice gesture.
Alright, so, how are we gonna do this?
And then the last one of us, Anase, will have to build a giant golden statue of me in the town square, honoring my efforts.
I was like, he was doing the parade.
Right. So you build a golden statue of yourself, then.
I will parade the shit out of this parade. Watch me roll. 2.
You driving the parade.
And by parade, are you just marching your troops around the outskirts of the city to show that they shouldn't fuck with us?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody wants to be around. Your parade is seen by very few people, except a few times when some guys shoot at you and throw grenades. Clearly the heresy is far too deep here.
Okay, so I need to do a public speech in the town square, taking personal responsibility for the failures of this administration and promising to do better for them.
That's being nice.
Well, that does sound like being nice, doesn't it?
Yup.
Oh, I have a D6 of that. Yay.
It is officially canon that propaganda speeches are being nice.
Well, when you're promising that you'll do better for them and you're incapable of fathoming lying, yeah.
Well, I might be impressing them with my honor or something.
We're gonna say here being nice to them. You can impress them with your honor later.
By pressing them with a gun named Honor.
I rolled a 6.
Hey!
You have promised that you will do better, and they believe you.
Because you
have day 7, as it is impossible for you to lie, to make good on your promise.
You will do better by leaving tomorrow, right?
Well, no, you said you're gonna do better, and that caused them to disperse. They're okay with you doing better, but obviously you leave tomorrow, so you only have day 7 to do better for them. What are you gonna do to do better?
Well, I temporarily appease them, that's all I care about.
Brother Tututius. Or Tutusius. What do you want to do?
That's a good question. Because we've kind of settled the situation again. It's just like, okay, now what can I do?
But only if you do better.
But only if we do better. Can you do better by doing nothing at all this day?
Clearly not.
I think I know what I want to do. I want to investigate. I want to find out how can we be better.
What do the people need?
I will gather information and learn absolutely nothing.
Oh my fucking god!
You might even learn false information with that if it's...
Obviously, Brother Tutusius. The people have very large plants now, so they need very large animals now.
Of course! The cows! We must enlarge the cows to feed on the large plants and give beef to everyone. Yes.
Genetically engineered cancer meat beasts.
My god.
Well, we have sorry news for you. You ate all the space cows.
Which is why...
shit, that's right.
Genetically engineer cancer for them to eat. Mountains of quick-growing cancer.
All right, Brother Tututius, that's a building. But you're building some fucking horrifying cancer meat beast factory, or some horrifying cancer meat beasts.
I did not agree to the cancer.
What? Wait, or we can can all the corpses of the people that have died this last week, reprocess them in like the hot dog factories or something.
A final feast.
Into what do they call it? The hive meat protein shy. What do they call that?
The colonial yeast vats.
Yeah. No. Yes. We'll just take all the corpses of all the people who have died in this last week and process them into like hive protein, like Spam block.
Well, gentlemen, it is day 7. You each have one action before the reinforcements come. The support forces will relieve you. How are you going to make this genetically engineered cancer meat beast thing a reality? You promised the people you would do this for them.
Or civilian spam.
I said we'd go with the civilian spam, because, there's a lot of corpses lying around. We'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We clean up the city streets of corpses, and we feed the people.
Yeah,
nice.
I like that. Yeah.
I will present this mystery meat to them.
Whoa, no, slow down. Who's going to be building
when
the meat
it is
beasts?
done, I will be presenting this mystery meat to them.
But first you need to build the meat beasts.
We're not doing meat beasts, Shy.
You're doing corpse meat beasts or whatever, right?
No, we're just doing corpse meat beasts.
We're just gathering.
We're just straight up cannibalism now. We're
gathering up all the corpses across the planet and converting them into cans of spam, Shy.
But how would that give people
food?
Animals.
We don't need animals.
No, remember, the beginning was now they have plants, so obviously they need animals. That was the information that you got.
We're completely disregarding that for temporary solutions to feeding them, Shy. What don't you get about that?
Yeah, we got that because, we were like...
We also need to clean up the streets of all the corpses that'll start rotting.
Alright. So that is being nice to civilians.
Is it? Cleaning up the corpses and feeding them back to them is being nice to them. That's canon.
I call dibs on this.
Do you think it's going to impress them?
No, I thought it would be building a giant, hot dog machine to grind up all the corpses and spit out a can of spam at the end.
Okay, build the giant hot dog machine. To build a giant machine to process the corpses to make into things to feed people.
If you get a 5 or a 6 on this, it's so fucking ghastly. Because it means they just accept it.
Wait, wasn't this you, Tethys?
No, I already acted today.
This is day 7. It's a new day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the last day. You each only have one action left in the entire game.
I'll build the machine then.
You have made your campaign promises. Now it is time to fulfill them.
I will build the giant machine to process the corpses of all the people we've killed this last week. And at the end, kick out cans of Spam. You just throw in like sheet metal and corpses, and out come cans of Spam. Right?
Okay. You're making a giant food processing machine.
What?
Oh my god.
Truly.
Truly, truly, I keep my campaign promises. It's called ethical protein. That's what we package it as. Ethical protein. It's a marketing. It's a marketing.
Protein.
It's a marketing success, the likes of which the planet has never seen, huh?
It's environmental protein because it causes no rot.
Ethical protein. Alright guys, we suppose it's just...
the people are fucking starving, so they're eating it.
And I know what I'm going to do, because I have realized something. There is only so many corpses on this world, and we do need animals, as mentioned earlier, so I should probably make those cancer beast things.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure to call it lab-grown meat.
Yes, the lab-grown cows. There we go.
I like...
You have some insight into what is needed, so we will give you a +1 to that, by the way.
So that's a 5 then. I have successfully lab-grown a cow of cancer.
It's more like...
You make a cancer meat beast.
It's probably more like a 2,000-pound small hill of quivering meat.
It's like you made
and...
Franken meat.
Alright, Brother Ender. Brother Ender, you have one action for...
Sell the people on these meat bases. Sell the people on the
spam and the meat best.
I will fulfill his campaign promises. We have fed them. They will have all the parking they need for their churches and their psionicry. They have all the food they will ever need.
Build a giant golden statue of the 3 of us.
With a 5.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We truly have snatched defeat from the jaws of our own actions.
Alright then. Congratulations, Brother Enders. You have presented the meat and the food and everything you've done to the people, and the people, for once, cheer.
They cheer.
They're stoked.
For us.
They have everything they need. It was rough. It was hard. Many thousands of people died. 3 moons were completely destroyed. 1 planetary crust was cracked open. 1 water table was lowered by 500 meters. And part of an ocean...
We re-solidified that crust and shut off some volcanoes.
And part of an ocean was boiled away into a steaming veil that covers the planet. But you got that shit down. You turned that shit right around. The people now have food. They have water. They have a giant parking lot in the sky connected to a space elevator, which at the bottom of it has a giant temple that they'll build over the course of many generations. And the rest of the planet will be dedicated to glorious tropical vacationing and living, you know, the sweet life.
You know, actually, that doesn't sound so bad now that you put it that way.
It was hard. There were some growing pains, but you succeeded.
We killed billions, but their descendants will actually live on a pretty cool planet.
We live on a really fucking cool planet, yeah. So congratulations,
Very
guys.
volcanic activity left because I kind of shut it down.
It was rough. It was tough. It was close at the end there. You brought it right down to the wire. Not like The Witch is Dead, where you killed the guy several days in advance. No, this one, we weren't sure about it until the very end. But congratulations, you won Nice Marines. Yup. So everybody, say goodbye.
Allow me to say goodbye with an audio clip that I will go to Google for.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
Okay, alright.
Seth, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, stay inside, stay healthy, and remember to help each other. Bye.